Well, hello, my inky friends. It's Cindy Lynn with My Inky Fingers. Thank you so much for joining me today on my YouTube channel and blog. If you're new here, welcome. I have gone over the top yet again. I have got it's like the mother load. And you know, I gotta say, Todd walks in here and he sees all of this. And this is an explosion of stuff in my room right now. And he never says a word. I am so unbelievably lucky. However, just when I told you guys in my last unboxing that I was pretty much got everything I wanted, all my wish list, just when you think it's safe to come out of the water, Stampin' Up goes and does this. I mean, thank you, Stampin' Up, very much for making me spend more money. But nevertheless, it's mini catalog and Sale-a-Bration time. So the new mini catalog, the Sale-a-Bration catalog, shut the front door. There is just too many awesome things. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Today, I've got the good, which is 90% of all this. The bad, there is something that's kind of bad. And the ugly, the good, the bad, and the ugly of my unboxing, okay? And I pride myself on being honest with you guys, and you know what? I'm always going to give you my honest opinion and my full review. And I have some good, some bad, and some ugly. So nevertheless, I will do a Facebook Live this weekend probably coming up. I'm not going to commit to a time. I'm not sure, but I will go through all these catalogs, flip through them with you guys, talk about the new stuff, answer all your questions. But in the interim, let's show you what I got. Now, out of the regular annual catalog, I happened, and mini, I guess, I happened to find some extra things that, you know, didn't quite know I needed. But I did tell you guys I was ordering another D block, right? Because I wanted to get a second one. And I got another G. So those will get put in my drawer. Now, these champagne pots. Oh my gosh, you guys, where's this card? My dad's Christmas card for the seniors home. Thank you to my sideline Cheryl Lee for helping me put 50 of these together. I saw this card somewhere. I think I saw it on Pinterest. And you know, I see these things and they get stuck in my head. And then I go back and try to find them so I can say, hey, this is where I saw it. And it's in the land of the lost on Pinterest somewhere. I need to start saving them, like have a board, inspiration board. But nevertheless, so this background, I just took some vanilla cardstock and painted all over it. I'm going to show you guys a video. I'll do this and you can have tons of it on hand to cut wreaths out of or leaves or whatnot. But I have a new concoction. So this champagne paint pot, it's a splatter in here, but I have found a way to make this show up like this. I mean, it shows up well dressed to this party and I am loving it. So champagne paint pots, that is coming up. I will find a way I will intentionally do leaves on a card so that I can show you guys how I did that. So you're definitely going to want those. Now, these next two things are Cheryl Lee's fault. She is my sideline. This paper, okay, this is totally her fault. This is the, what is it called? The Tis the Season 6x6. This here is out of the mini catalog. And I wasn't going to get it. But she showed up here one day to stamp and she had last year's 6x6. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd you get that? I love it. And it was last year's. And I didn't get it because I signed up in November last year. So I thought, and then she was sneaky and left me half of it, hid it on my workstation. So I would, you know, inadvertently find it after she left. But I felt bad. So nevertheless, I picked this one up so that next year when she comes over with her little paper pack, I can say I have it too. This one is also Cheryl Lee's fault because she got talking about this here. Because I was talking about envelopes and addressing, you know, all my Christmas cards, all of the thank you cards I have to send out for everybody that sent cards in for Dad when he moved into the seniors home. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. But this is her fault. So this here, I was like, I just love this. Now, here's the problem. This means I have to write on my envelopes. And if you're like me, you're very particular with your writing and the pen that you use. And I like to use a very fine point, 0.5. And I find my Stampin' Write markers aren't thin enough where I just can't write the way I want. And on the insides of my cards, I'm not happy with my writing. So I solved that. And I did open this because I used it, but I got these Paper Mate gels, and gels are just if you've never written with a gel, or if you have, you're going to totally relate. The way it glides on your paper, and if it's a 0.5 and nice and thin, I mean, you know, we gotta have thin pens. Like, we may not be thin, but we gotta have thin pens. They just make me happy. So I picked those up. I'll link them for you guys. But I was able to now write in color again, and I can match the color on my envelope when I'm addressing it to the color theme of the card. I can write in my card the same color as the color theme of the card. So because I got this, and I haven't really played too much with all the envelope insides, I may or may not do that. Does that matter to you? Like, when you get a card and somebody's lined the inside of the envelope, are you like, ooh, they went way over the top? I think I'm too lazy. Tell me if you do it. But I got to looking here, and I looked in the catalog at the card that was the example card, and I thought, you know what? There's a Master Your Card Making, I used to be Monday, I almost said Monday, series card. So I did my Christmas cards. I'm not going to get that in there for you. There you go. And that's all I'm going to show you. You can see it up there in the background, but I did my Christmas cards. And yes, if you're on my Facebook group, you saw me whining and complaining about the Christmas card fiasco, but I am now done my Christmas cards, and I have such a sense of accomplishment. So, wreath builder dies. Again, that ties in with the paint pots and the cards we made for Dad's senior home. So yeah, this wreath builder, I think there's a trend going here. So last year's Christmas card I made was a wreath. First card of the season for the July card making series was a wreath. I think I got it up here. Yes, back there. And then Dad's Christmas card was a wreath. My Christmas card this year was a wreath. Cheryl Lee says to me, yeah, and your Halloween wreath. I think I have a thing for wreaths. So I had to have that set. I didn't realize I had overlooked it. Summer days. So I love watercoloring, and I've overlooked this for a long time because I'm not big on coloring with watercolor pencils. I like to watercolor with real watercolors. So I'm going to pull out my real watercolors, and I want to watercolor that. So I picked that up. Country home, same situation. I see these watercolored with patina, or even colored with the Copics or the blends with, I don't know if I could get a really good patina with the blends. I'd have to try, but the Copics, I know I could. So this one here, I had to have it because, you know, I want to get back to my coloring. I love to sit and color. I find it very therapeutic. Buffalo check. This one actually was on my wish list, I have to be honest, as was this one, but this one I was going to say and not get it, but I changed my mind because I'm going to start coloring again. But this one was on my wish list, but my little tag had fallen off, and when I flipped to the backgrounds page, I was like, oh my gosh, that one needs a forever home. So I've got my buffalo check. Now, last couple of things. I always throw in, you know, extra embellishments because you can't not have embellishments when you need them, right? Gilded Autumn, had to pick that up because I just did all those pumpkins. And I mean, what if I run out and then I can't buy anymore? I'd be a sad panda. So I have to make sure that I have that in my drawer to hoard for, you know, upcoming projects. And then my gold foil. I didn't really need it, but, you know, gotta hoard some. Okay, so now for the good stuff. I'm gonna start with this project kit. I just have a thing. When Stampin' Up puts stuff in a pretty little box, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Thank you for going that extra mile, because now this looks pretty when you display it in your little craft area, right? I wish it had been a little more, you know, celery, but I'm not mad at teal at all. So the project kit comes with, how many cards can you make in here? One kit, one set, lots of cards, 4, 8, 12, 16, something like that. Not sure. You can pick up the You Are Amazing stamp set additionally. So the kit is one, the stamp set is another order. Now I will link all of the stuff you see from here to the rest of the video to the end in January. If you're watching this video before January 2021, there will be no links. After January 2021, there will be links because I can't link something Stampin' Up! Hasn't published online, right? So with that being said, this here, I have looked at it, and I have to say, it's kind of like a step up on the paper pumpkin. So, I mean, the quality of the cards, don't get me wrong, I love paper pumpkin and there are some great kits, but I find that just the thickness and the quality of the paper seems to be like a little step up notch. I don't know, but maybe it's just because I love these colors and patterns. I don't know. Maybe because I'm biased too, but I'm being honest with you guys. I do like this set. Now, FYI, if you're in Canada, you may want to hold off on getting this unless you're a demo. But if you're a customer, you may want to hold off on getting this because I'm going to do a class with this. So if you purchase the project kit, you'll be able to get the class for free. If you're not in Canada, anywhere else in the world, you can join the class for only $15. So you can pick it up today, or not today, but today if you're a demo, January if you're a customer. So there's all kinds of cute little elements in here and foiling, and look at that. Now this one here, this gold, if you saw last month's paper pumpkin, or maybe no, it was last month's, when they laser cut here some of the words, it kind of burnt them. This one doesn't have that. I really like that, and some of you are going to know what I'm talking about, especially people that we've talked about that. Gonna know what I'm talking about. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably didn't get the paper pumpkin. You're like, what is she rambling on about now? Let's move on. So the stamp set. The nice thing about the stamp set, come on, look at these big, huge, chunky sentiments and stuff. Now, most of these, except this one, all of these, well, this one, no, but these ones here will fit in the bubble. I'm pretty sure. I mean, yeah, they'll both fit in the bubble. I haven't even put my stamps together yet. This all came, I wanted to do this video for you guys on Thursday, but it all came at 5 o'clock on Thursday. And my box was smashed to smithereens. And you know what? I wasn't missing one thing. I do have some dog-eared paper, which I'm really disappointed about, but Stampin' Up! Fix that. So awesome little kit. I'm happy about that. That's a good. Now, I'm going to show you guys. I was over the moon when I saw these. I was like, I saw them online, right? So I was like over the moon because I have a ton of these. So these are Amazon, and I think they're like, I don't know, 25 bucks or something for a set. And they've done the trick. I mean, you don't see me use these though, because number one, I can't link them to you because we had foam blender sponge things, right? So I can't link something that Stampin' Up! It's a competitive item, if you will. So when I saw these, I was like, hello, I'm going to order these and I'm going to check them out. And I'm going to tell everybody whether or not they're worth it. Okay. Because they're a little more expensive than the Amazon ones, right? But let me tell you, as you can see, this big, huge one, I've never used that because it's too big for cards. And I have two sets. This isn't like the whole set. This isn't all one bundle. I have two sets, and I put a little washi tape on some for the light and I leave them for dark. So the big ones, you can pretty much take them out of your kit, right? These ones are the ones that I go to the most. This one for sure, like as you can see, these ones, I haven't even used this one, and this one's not very dirty, but these ones I've used quite a bit. And I went, oh, look at that. Those are very comparable to those. And then these ones I use a lot too. But as for this one here, I got this in my BoxyCharm. And if you don't know what BoxyCharm is, watch my holiday gift giving, crafty and non-crafty gift giving guide, because I'm going to talk about BoxyCharm. But I threw that in there and I've, whoopsie, never even used it. And all of these, I mean, I've used a couple of these once, but these ones, so those you don't even use. So these ones you kind of use, you know, those are like, I mean, these ones maybe, but these ones, okay, so you're not even going to use all of them. But I thought, okay, so this is important, the flexibility, right? So it was the first thing I did. Well, no, I think the first thing I did was touch it. And honestly, when I touched it, I was like, hello. I was pretty impressed actually, because their waist, like these are soft, don't get me wrong, but these just, I mean, I like the way that, I don't know how to explain this to you. This one isn't tapered right here. the same way the Stampin' Up one is, okay? So this one kind of comes up and then it's got a very sharp edge when it turns. But the Stampin' Up one, there is no sharp edge right here, okay? It's just seamless. Like you can't even feel where those bristles are. Here, I can feel where that edge is here, okay? And that makes a difference when you're blending, all right? So when it came to the actual brushes, I was totally impressed. Then it's the flexibility. Now, I find that the Amazon ones, I was always afraid, like I always was afraid I held them like this because I was always afraid I was going to snap them just because they felt like they could snap, right? These ones, I don't feel like these are going to snap. Like I feel like they're sturdy, but flexible. Now, let me just let you guys in on a little secret here, okay? Stampin' Up does not have a manufacturing plant where they make things like this and the cut and emboss and, you know, punches and dies. They contract this work. So they, you know, team up with a manufacturer and then they pick their colors and the manufacturer, you know, helps package it Stampin' Up style. So there is a manufacturer who makes these for Stampin' Up, and I'm willing to bet it's the same manufacturer that manufactures these that are marketed for our crafting for other companies. And honestly, price-wise, you're paying for 5 of these with most companies. If you're getting the actual ones for stamping, you're paying close to $50. So price point on these, on point. I was impressed. And these, I'm not even going to use them anymore. I am going to order enough of these. I think I'm going to order enough to have 10 or 9, 3, 6, 9. And then I'm going to have one for each color of the rainbow. And I may even get the little makeup brush stands to put them in. So I am over the moon excited about these. And I've seen them used on the onstage and they look like they blend perfectly. So obviously I haven't blended with them yet. You guys will see me do that. Don't stress, that's coming. But let's move on. I'm going to pull out this one. So this one here, this isn't in my good, bad, or ugly. It's kind of in the bad because my paper got all dog-eared here. But Stampin' Up will send me new ones. And I may not even ask for new ones. Like you can, I'm pointing it out because you're probably going to notice in the video. But if you saw my box, I mean, it's a wonder that everything that I ordered was even in the box, right? But I'm going to be totally honest with you. I wasn't over the moon for this stamp set. I was kind of like, meh. But then something came to me and I was like, you know what? Everybody will love that idea. I've got 2 ideas. I've just got to try and see how to put them on paper, right? So stamp set, and it actually comes with dies as well. This one is a super long die. I'm not sure what it's for, but I mean, that's kind of cool. Might go good with itty bitty greetings and stuff too. I don't see anything on here. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to on stage when I watched it because we were stamping, but maybe I should have paid more attention. I'll go back and watch and see what they're using that one for. Nevertheless, we've got these ones here. Now, last year in the mini, the masculine golf set, it came with a really cordy, thick cordy type twine, if you will. This one feels more like a thread. It's really nice and soft, and I like those colors. So I needed something for masculine cards because, we struggle with masculine cards, right? Now the paper, I actually am quite impressed with this paper. I hope I'm getting this all in my screen. I don't know. This is the first time I'm using this board, so I don't have my grid paper, and it's hard to gauge if I'm going to stay in screen here. But I really, really like these papers. I mean, this one is kind of loud. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of your grandpa's shirt, right? I mean, yeah. So if you got an old guy in your life, just throw this tie on there. Come on. That's grandpa's shirt. This one here, this is, your son's shirt, a little younger, kind of a little more hip, and, do the tie in like a nice bright teal or something, something sexy. That'd be cool. Plaid, these are like, I see shirts here. I mean, do you guys see the shirts? This is awesome. This one kind of is a little bit hard on my eyes. This one's a little bit hard on my eyes, but I think maybe scaled down, it won't be so bad. This one scaled down, it won't be so bad, but the whole sheet's a little bit hard on my eyes. But nevertheless, I really, really am happy and I'm impressed. I'm impressed with a lot of those patterns. So I'm happy about that. The stamp set, I wouldn't have got it if I wasn't a demo and this idea didn't come to mind, but you might see it and go, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love it, right? So let me know what you think of that set. Fine Art Floral. Now, this one is definitely a good. I really like the stamp set, and I love that it comes with dies. And this one here, let me show it to you in the catalog. So here, this one here, I love that it has these big chunky words. I mean, and this big, huge flower. I'm really happy with this. And I like these, as much as I love my little curly Q sentiments, I like these ones here that are kind of like, you know, easy. You can make nice thin little strips with them. So I'm really liking this. And you can see that all of my stuff is already out, right? I usually don't have it all out. I've already filmed this and talked to you guys and showed you everything here face to face. But the problem was my camera up there, I forgot to press record. So this is the second time I'm doing it. So nevertheless, love this stamp set, love the dies. The background here, embossing folder, if you will, you're going to see a trend. This is going to follow in suit with a lot of these papers. And the ribbon, I mean, I like this. It's got some gold in it. So, you know, it's a little rough where the gold is, because the gold is kind of like tinsely, if you will, that same kind of texture and whatnot, but the ribbon itself is nice and soft, so I like that. Now the papers. So here's the thing about the papers. I do have a love-hate with the papers. I'm going to show you the ones I like. So these are the back sides of all the florals. So I'm going to do it this way, because I really, really like these ones. And as you can see, a lot of the textures here are going to kind of play with the embossing folder, okay? And what I see here is a lot of oil paint. You know how the oil paint is kind of gives you that 3-dimension, and it's kind of looks embossed almost on the canvas. So I really like that. Like there's a lot of movement, but it's not too busy. Now the other sides of these papers, oops, they fell on the floor, are right here. And these, I'll do it this way for you. Let me do it this way. This one, it's got enough little that you could cut it up for cards. You could probably do a nice background for scrapbook pages. This one as well. But I'm not loving the flowers and the patterns on here at all. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm going to flip them over and I'm going to have 2 sheets of all of the solid, if you will. Well, they're not really solid, but you know what I mean, right? So those are the ones I like. So I'm super happy about that, because what I hate is having a paper that I'm in love with both sides and then I have to use one and not the other. Well, guess what? I'm not in love with those sides, so I'll be using all of these sides. So these acetate sheets, this is something that's new to me. So it's just gold, foiling, I guess. I don't know. It's printed somehow on there on a 12 by 12 sheet of acetate. Now, the nice thing is the acetate is very thick. It's not thin, cheapy, you know, Amazon acetate. It's nice and thick. This pattern I really, really like. And then this pattern, I mean, it's kind of busy. I'm not even sure what I'll use acetate sheets that are printed for. Tell me in the comments below what you use them for, and maybe I'll get an idea. I definitely wasn't over the moon for this one, but if you're a scrapbooker, you can probably see something here. Like I would, you know, think of using this on a 12 by 12 layout. I'm not sure what I'll use it for card making. It may just be one of those things that 10 years from now is in the drawer and I'm like, oh yeah, didn't I do a video about that back in the day? You know, when I was young and still full of fun and all of that. So moving on. So we've got the goods. Let's do the bad. Okay, where is my bad? Because I've got a bad here for you guys. You're gonna go, oh. here, the bad. Okay, so it's not bad because, I mean, when I saw this, I was like sold. I mean, look at all these sentiments. I mean, there's tons of them in here. There's long and skinnies. There's like, I mean, they've got everything covered, many messages. So I was super excited. And then I opened the stamp set because the dies I hadn't opened yet, okay? These were still in their little thing. I opened this and I went, like, it was like one big, huge sheet of rubber. I was like, oh, okay. So I stuck the sticker on it and I'm going, okay, I see where they're going with this. I'm getting where Stampin' Up's going with this. Other companies have this same idea. And as you can see, I'm not great at putting my stickers on. But when I turned it over, I noticed I have a big bubble in my rubber, which not a big deal, okay? Because all I'm gonna do is just call Stampin' Up, I'll take a picture, and they'll say throw it out, and you know, they'll send me another one, no big deal. But this concept, okay? I mean, so you stamp this, okay? So ink it up, you know, with your whatever color, black, stamp it on white cardstock, and then you're gonna line this up and you're gonna run it through your Stampin' Boss, whatever die cutting machine you have. So for many of you, you're going to be over the moon and love this. For me, I'm like, okay, so number one, where am I going to store them? That's just another thing I have to store because all these extra bits and bobs. And then, you know, do I grab that little drawer and then go piece by piece by piece to find the one that says sending happy thoughts? I mean, you know what I see me doing? I see me wanting to use sending happy thoughts, stamping the entire thing, Versamark it on black cardstock. I mean, you can ink up just this spot, okay? And I've got ink spots and I can, you know, kind of get a little precision in there. And then I have to use this die, but I mean, you know, I can cut this. It just seems like a lot of work. I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are. I mean, tell me what your positive thoughts are. Or if you think I'm just being a negative Nancy, I just see a lot of pitas here. So I will get the new one sent out to me. They'll replace that. And actually, I'll be honest with you, when I first saw it, I was like, I'm just gonna cut it all up. And then I realized when I opened the dies, they were all one piece. So, I mean, I do see me cutting all of this up, stamp surgery, okay? And which is no big deal because then you're always gonna have, even if this is one stamp, you're gonna have a strip of paper. You're just gonna want to make sure it's a little bigger so that you can lay this die over top of it, put your little washi tape, and then run it through. That's how I see me using it. I don't see me stamping the whole thing and having a whole hoard of sentiments in a little drawer or in a baggie. Tell me what your thoughts are. If you love that you can have a whole bunch of sentiments and it makes it simple and takes all the guesswork out of it for you, I'm dying to know your thoughts. So that, I'm gonna call it my bad only because I had a bubble, and that is just, you know, all it is it's a big piece of rubber, and when they stuck the rubber on the foam, a little air was left in there. It's not a defect, it's no big deal. Stampin' Up will send me a new one. They're amazing like that. But tell me what your thoughts are on that set. So moving on, another bundle, Floating and Fluttering. They discontinued the, what was it called? Oh shoot, I don't even remember. Too many stamp sets, but I was disappointed about it. So this one, I was so happy that we have this butterfly set now. And I really like this frame here with the die, and I don't know where I had this. I had it strategically placed there, but it does come with all of the dies, and I'm like, you know, I have the big butterfly one too. I don't know what it is about butterflies. I guess I like butterflies, but Floating and Fluttering, love it. And then we've got Simply Succulents, and I am very happy with this stamp set because it's got my little curly cues, like handwritten, and I like the script on the font there, or the font on the sentiment. I like the script. I just like it, okay? And I like this because you can use your Stampin' Blends, your Copics, you can watercolor it. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so many ideas here. And it's just, it's so, so pretty. And did you guys see? I have to show you one thing. Oh, there's so many things in here I want to show you. Oh my God. I'm going to save it though for the live video. But my favorite flower in the world. It's not even a flower, it's a tree. I know. Hydrangeas. OMG. But anyway, when I see this, I keep thinking about this hydrangea set. So I'm super excited about that. Anyhow, so this simply succulents. I really like that set. I'm happy I got it. Now, we did the good. We've done mostly all the good. I'm going to show you. I showed you the good. I showed you the bad. And unfortunately, I got some ugly. So this was a bundle. This is the Dandy Garden. And, you know, when I first saw it, I was like, I could pre-order this before on stage. That's a demo thing for demos, but nevertheless, Stampin' Up puts on. And I was like, not getting it. And then I was kind of kicking myself in the butt because the Dragonfly Garden. I was thinking, you know, there's a technique I keep talking about and telling everybody with foiling, and I could have used the dragonflies for that, and it would have, you know, got that video out of the way and showed you guys this technique. I should have got it. So you know what? I elected to get the whole bundle because, you know, I'm always over the top and I can't just stop. So I got the whole bundle. Happy about this. Love the little punch. Now, this is 2 little dragonflies in here. There's an extra one. There's no stamp that goes with it. Don't drive yourself crazy looking for it. This one just pops out both of those. And there's some really cute sentiments in here too. So I am happy about that. Totally. This, I mean, not so much. I don't know what to do with these. They're not speaking to me. I don't like these. What are these? I don't even know. Is this a dandelion? Dandy. I mean, the whole kit is called Dandy Garden, right? So they got to be dandelions, I guess. I mean, dandelions they're a pain in the butt. They're a pita. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not a fan of those. But these, I'm a fan of these sentiments. And I am a fan that they come with dies. I mean, who doesn't love getting dies with their stamps? And then I do like these leaves because these, come on. You know what those look like to me? They look like little freaking Christmas trees. And I love using stuff in a way that it wasn't really intended, but these look like little trees, do they not? So I'm like, okay, I'm looking for the positives in here, and you know, I'm gonna find some positives. So positives, we've got really cute sentiments, and then we've got some little trees, and you know, some grass. We got some grass there, so there's some positives in here. I'm gonna have to see a card with these to love it, I think. I don't know. I'm not loving it yet, but I might get there. So this I'm loving. So what do they call this? They call this braided linen trim. And it's just like the craft color one we have, but it's so soft and it's green. So I like it. I'm not mad at that at all. Like it. And these little guys, okay, I call these ladybirds. Tell me what you call these, because some people call them ladybugs, but I call them ladybirds. And you know what? You could take your tweezers and you could depress some Versamark on these into some Versamark, and then use some red embossing powder, and you could emboss them red, or you could do them in white, and then you could color some red on them too. So I don't know why I closed this, because we got to put our ladybirds away. So tell me if you call them ladybirds or ladybugs, okay? I would like to know. So the card kit. So you get a whole bunch of cards. This is one kit. Get a whole bunch of cards and a whole bunch of envelopes, and you're good to go. So if you like pre-made cards, there's that. Now, okay. So let's be honest here. I don't know what I don't know what. You know, I struggle when I don't like something, because I feel like some people are going to sit there going, oh, you're just being a negative Nancy. But you know what? You can feel what you want. If you think I'm a negative Nancy, then you don't have to watch the video. You can leave. But I have to be honest with those of you that appreciate my honesty. I don't know what the point to this is. Okay? And I think it's ugly. I mean, what is the point? There's just like all these, I mean, okay, remember ATC cards? So if you want to do some ATC cards, I guess, right? You could do ATC cards. But I mean, okay, this pattern, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. And this reminds me of like a recipe card, I guess. And these, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like those. I mean, I might use these little ones and this one, but these, I guess I just don't like the way this plant looks. Maybe that's it. There's some, okay, here's a positive. There's some cute little sentiments in there. Again, I don't like this plant. Stripes, I might use that. But I mean, you know what the heck's going to happen? This kit is going to get put in a baggie and it's going to get put in a drawer, and I don't know. Tell me what you think of this. I mean, and if you love it, all the power to you. I wish I felt like you did. I don't love it. And then, okay, I'm sorry, but the feeling continues over here with the Dandy Garden. Dandy Garden. It's got to be dandelions, right? Okay, so these ones I didn't mind so much. And when I just did my unboxing, it wasn't filming. I told you guys that. But these, I mean, I am not loving. This one's not too bad. This is like a maybe. So these ones though, oh my God, what were we thinking here? I mean, what color is that even? That's not even, what color is that? It's not Calypso Coral. Like it almost looks like it could be, but dude, that is so bright. I mean, I don't know. I am not loving this. So this one I like. So I'm going to have to, that one I don't mind. So the back sides, okay? So I don't like that. So the back sides, I mean, there's some to be salvaged in here. Anyway, you know what, you guys, I mean, if you love it, great. If you don't, great, because that means you can invest your hard-earned money into something that you do absolutely love. This, I don't absolutely love. So there was the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, oh wait, there's one more thing. In that suite, I really do like these. I've never gotten a Stampin' Up! Laser cut before. I like these laser cuts. Now you're going to notice with a laser cut, you get this brown here, which is totally, it is what it is. It's just the machine. This is probably the right side up. The machine just kind of, you know, it's hot, right? So you get a little bit of browning. I like the way that looks. I didn't like the way it looked in the paper pumpkin for October because it kind of burnt the gold. I wasn't a fan of that. But I am a fan of it on the white. Now, my exciting last couple things they allowed us to get a handful of the Sale-a-Bration stuff, and I got for free every one and then some. So I stocked up on some of my favorites. But will you look at this? Will you look at this? Darling donkeys. I mean, oh my gosh. Look at this. Hey there, friend, with the little rose, and he is the cutest little ass I ever did see. Yeah, I said that. I had to, because they're just so cute. I love the darling donkeys. Okay, approaching perfection. This, you guys know, I always show you the insides of my cards. And this set here, if you struggle with the insides, this takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. These are all perfect for insides. Well, even these can go like this one down in the corner. This one, this little balloon, you could stamp it coming off of the H or coming off of the B or whatever, coming off of anywhere. It's like, it's just that perfect little balloon. And it's free. It's free. Awesome. Love that. Heal your heart. This is such a beautiful set. I mean, you know, sometimes you're at a loss for words, for what to say. We never like sending those sad cards. This one has got some really, really nice little sentiments in it. Now this corner bouquet, this wasn't speaking to me. And then all of a sudden, OMG, you guys, I can't wait. I have got a technique to show you guys with this set that, I mean, I didn't even know you could do this. And I'm not going to tell too much because I want it to be secret. But this one, super excited to show you guys. Now, this paper, oh my gosh. So Dandy Garden wasn't so great, right? But this one, they call this Oh So Ombre. And it repeats itself many times here. So I'm going to just pull out the first one. Repeats itself 4 times, okay? So what I'm going to show you here, you get 4 stacks of this. But here, 3 and 3, okay? Stick with me. and 3 and 3. But look at these papers, and then look at these colors. Okay, so my favorite 2 colors. Come on. Do you see this back here? Do you see this? Do you see this? I mean, it's like Stampin' Up is in my head. Not with Dandy Garden, but with this. They were in my head, and they just know and this is repeated 4 more times. So I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of these. I will get way more and hoard way more of those because, I mean, she with the most craft supplies wins, right? I mean, you gotta hoard it. So nevertheless, last paper pack. This here, I wasn't sure I was gonna love it. What's it called? Flower and Field Dsp. I wasn't sure I was gonna love this because this was the very first sheet. And I was like, you know, but I am loving this because this is front and back, okay, of all of these. So look at how beautifully these go together. I mean, hello, blue flowers. I mean, who thinks of these things? Love it. And then these little daisies. Look how they go together. I mean, they were just made for each other. This is like super cute. I'm super stoked about this paper. I'm loving it. And then the last one, I love it now because it goes like, so I'll be stocking up on that. There is other papers I'm going to stock up on. There are other freebies in the Sale-a-Bration. I'm going to go through all of this in detail on my Facebook page. So if you have not joined my group, I said on my Facebook page, sorry, on my Facebook group. If you haven't joined there, be sure to join. I'm going to do it live. I don't know exactly what day, but it won't be long. And I'll be able to go over all of these things I got in person, face to face. One thing before you run off, I want to let you know I've got a My Icky Fingers gift giving guide coming up. It's crafty and non-crafty. So I'm going to have some of the things just to show you, touch and hold, and some things I absolutely swear by in my life that I love. So if you find value in my honesty with you guys, you don't want to miss that. And I hope to see you on my Facebook group for the live when we go through the catalogs. And until I see you again, take care and happy stamping.